Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Crimson Wrestling Federation. I am commentator Havoc, the voice of the Crimson Wrestling Federation. On your left is the Crimson Reaper. On your right is the Crimson Blaze. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk is what they want this feud to be. And I think this is the feud they wanted to be big from the start, but the Drew feud was unironically, indirectly a lot
organically better. But
organically better.
That doesn't matter in this version of WWE. It doesn't matter what's organically over or it's what they decide, and they're idiots.
Yeah, the Crimson Brothers here. Crim Reaper, Crimson Blaze / Junie Stoner. Thanks for the introduction, commentator Havoc, the one and only. So we can't really give you guys a genuine review about SummerSlam because we didn't watch night one.
Not even gonna care.
Overall, there was really no reason to be interested in this show. I will say I did watch the first, or sort of. I only saw part of the first match with Roman and Jey Uso. There was really no reason to watch this show, but really besides that. And even then, that wasn't enough.
And I feel it seems like they knew that. That's why they put this up first.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're like, all right, this is why everybody's here. But now it's like after that match is over, and then you have Charlotte Flair and it's like you're just gonna get 3 hours of no builds, of just matches for no reason. There's no way I'm gonna sit through this.
Yeah, like I feel like I would have been more inclined to sit through it if the Roman match was at least the main event. But because let's be real, was anybody seriously looking forward more to CM Punk and Gunther?
Listen to this. After the Roman match, you have Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. And I'm on record of how I feel about Roxanne Perez.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes you want Liv Morgan. Right?
Pretty much, yeah.
After that, you got Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross.
That's really when I turned it off. Now, I did like seeing Alexa Bliss and Charlotte win the titles. Again, though, that's not really a match you have to stay for. But I do like the little team they have. But after that, I just didn't care. Like Karrion Kross and Sammy. And then what was after that?
Come on now. That wouldn't have made. We watched Sunday Night Heat a few days ago, which used to be WWE's like D show.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have made Sunday Night Heat 20 years ago.
And it's on a SummerSlam.
It's the third match on the card.
Like, that's not even a Saturday night main event.
And even that didn't get any build. I mean, it's not like they built it up. That makes it even worse. It's just a random match, a random feud with two random people. And
I will say they did kind of, if you want to call it that, there was a build, I guess, by basically it's him trying to turn Sami Zayn bad. That's the whole build. Like, I want to see the real you, Sami. Say it. Or
why?
Say it, Sammy.
Why does he want to turn Sami Zayn heel?
That's pretty much his whole gimmick. His whole gimmick is him trying to. He's like you said before. He's not a wrestler. He's like a philosopher. He's trying to get people to turn and show their true colors. It's like he doesn't actually care about winning. That's what Karrion Kross is.
So why should we care about his matches?
I guess the draw is to see whether the person is going to turn to his side or not. That's kind of the draw of his match is like, is the person going to turn heel? That's the draw.
This card was so bad. Like I said, I was dreading watching this show all day. Like, when you have something that you have to do and you're like not wanting to do it and it's just kind of in the back of your mind. Like, that's how I felt about SummerSlam today. And I forgot that this was even up there, but there's no way I was going to sit through Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross.
Yeah.
Like, today was like the straw that broke the camel's back for me.
I mean, it was broken before that, really, but there was stuff we could sit through. Like, you could at least watch it. There was at least something you could halfway watch. But tonight, there literally, I didn't care about a single match on this card.
What did we watch? Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
That movie's goated, by the way. Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
It was more entertaining.
Roger Rules, yeah.
Better storylines, better characters.
Way better characters.
Better acting.
Funnier. And I really do, like, I don't go into these shows wanting to hate them. Like, I genuinely, at my heart, like, which I guess to a detriment, like, I'm a big wrestling fan. Like, I want to enjoy these shows. I want to Like, even though I wasn't looking forward to it, I still tuned in. I gave SummerSlam a chance, and it just wasn't hitting. Like, I want to enjoy SmackDown. I want to enjoy Raw. Like, I want to like these shows, but Triple H, he doesn't give you anything to invest in.
It's just it's an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
The WWE knows that their fans, they want to enjoy the show. They have a nostalgic emotion towards the product, so they can continue to produce crap because they know that the fans want it to be good. It's like this weird psychological.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Like, it's Stockholm syndrome almost, and it's just like I'm tapping out. Yeah, like,
I mean, I'm pretty much tapping out too. I'm kind of at that point with SmackDown. I'll give it a chance because, again, I want to enjoy wrestling. But then I see Santos Escobar, or I see what's his name, the Mr. Iguana on my screen, and I'm like, why? I don't want to see
Jelly
this.
Roll. No, and it's like AEW isn't any better. AEW is like marginally better than WWE, but that's just because they have storylines. Their wrestlers aren't actually any better than WWE. They have the same problem as WWE.
I think it's not saying much, but I think they're a lot better. And even then, I never really watched the AEW show and was like, this is amazing.
No.
But I at least think they're like decent, but it's never like amazing. But at least they do put effort. It's like they care. Like they try
that is true.
They care. But with WWE, it's like they just phone it in, give you the ads. At all.
It's just, it's an insult to the intelligence of the viewer. And it's like, okay, if I'm supposed to watch this and be happy and just, okay, like we're supposed to continue to not build stories or like just have matches until WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Until what? For another 6 months, we're just supposed to accept garbage? Like, no, man. Like,
and at least with AEW, I'm not. Now, there's stuff about it we don't like. Again, I want to say they're too match heavy. And they do have storylines, but it's as far as like it's for wrestling for the nerds. Everybody kicks out of finishers, or every match is 30 minutes. But you can tell they care. At least they try to make entertaining matches, like the $400 what was it? $200,000 gauntlet match or whatever it was. Like, they try to make goofy stuff. They do try to make it entertaining in their own way.
Yeah.
But with WWE, they give like zero effort.
I can't do it anymore, man. This company can go to hell, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Like, and then you have this guy. He's all over the Hulk Hogan tribute. He's all over the 10 bell salute. It has to be about him. He has to show. It has to be all about him. It's just this company is just a cult. It's just like
it's about him.
It's about a cult for Triple H.
I've even heard Unreal it's pretty much about Triple H.
It's just Triple H's cult now. People, the yes men in the writers' room, the yes men in the wrestling locker room. I guess I don't know what's going on. But it's like we couldn't even make it through the show. I could barely make it to the show. I definitely couldn't make it through the show.
I really did. I gave it a chance, but it's like
I would have rather gone to church. I'm not even joking. I would have rather gone to church for 3 hours than watch SummerSlam Night 1.
Little House on the Prairie.
Hands down.
Little House on the Prairie is a good show anyway.
What would I have rather watched less than SummerSlam today?
Man, I'd rather watch I like Disney Channel shows. But I would watch a bunch of Disney Channel reruns.
I guess poker.
Tennis.
I'd watch tennis.
Maybe not golf.
Golf. I'd watch golf.
Golf is pretty boring.
Like the most compelling tournament of golf, I would watch that.
Yeah.
As opposed to WWE. I think maybe like poker, because I don't care about poker. Something like that. I'd probably rather watch SummerSlam, but man, like,
it is bad, and this is supposed to be your second biggest show of the year.
I'd rather watch Days of Our Lives.
Second biggest show of the year. First 2 night SummerSlam, that should be a big deal, and this is a glorified Saturday night main event. That's what this is, a glorified Velocity, worse than Velocity, arguably, and it's insane. So I guess going over the results. So I heard Tiffany won. I heard that who else won? Sami Zayn won. Who cares? And we know that Seth Rollins cashed in. So I think that's what we're going to mostly talk about, the Seth Rollins cash in. So I didn't give a damn about CM Punk versus Gunther.
No,
I know some people that was like a dream match to some.
they're tapped in the head.
But I don't know. There's no soul on this planet that could possibly care more about that than, even if it's a nothing match, there's no way anybody cared more about that than Roman Reigns.
If you cared about CM Punk Gunther, I don't know what to tell. Like,
I don't care about hardly
How?
any Gunther feud. I don't know how you can get invested in any of his feuds.
CM Punk hasn't had a good feud since last year with Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, that in my personal opinion, WWE went off the rails last SummerSlam when they put Seth Rollins in the Drew CM Punk feud for no reason. That's when it started to fall off of the rails, because the feud was amazing, and then they just inserted Seth Rollins and he was just his goofy character, and it just made the feud a joke.
Oh yeah, because the whole dressing and all the different ridiculous clothes and stuff.
There was no reason for him to be in the feud. That was the first sign that the dam was starting to leak, and it's literally just been all downhill since then.
And they're still going to feud after this, and the feud hasn't even been there. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk is what they want this feud to be, and I think this is the feud they wanted to be big from the start. But the Drew feud was unironically, indirectly a lot
organically better, but
organically better.
That doesn't matter in this version of WWE. It doesn't matter what's organically over or it's what they decide, and they're idiots.
Yeah. It doesn't. Now I know people can say, "Oh, Vince McMahon was like that to an extent too," but I don't think it was as bad as this.
The company would have never grown to what it was if he was like this stubborn,
just deaf to everything. And I've even seen people on Twitter, like even people who are big Seth and CM Punk fans, they're tired of seeing this feud.
That's all they do is feud. It's just like LA Knight feuds with the Bloodline. Jimmy Uso feuds with the Bloodline.
Zelina Vega feuds with the Secret Service.
For around the U.S. title. Like, it's the same stuff every single week.
Becky versus Lyra. I think that's tomorrow, actually. Yeah, Becky versus Lyra. And no one's been entertained by that feud at all. Now, I will say, if the CM Punk and Rollins feud initially was interesting. Initially, like when he first came back and Rollins was mad and heated and stuff, but they cooled it down real quick. So, yeah,
they cooled me down.
real. So speaking of which, no LA Knight on this card, no Carmelo on this card, but there's room for Jelly Roll. There's room. Actually, I heard Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre won, which is that kind of surprises me. I thought for sure Drew was taking the pin.
That is a surprise.
I thought he was taking the pin from Jelly Roll. I ain't gonna.
Well, that just means that the feud will continue.
Oh no,
until WrestleMania.
You're right. It's gonna be.
They're just gonna get the win back.
In that case, I hope it's just Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul. Then just keep Logan Paul. I mean, just keep Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre away from this. And then in that case,
keep me away from this.
Yeah.
Keep Jelly Roll and me. I'm gonna get a restraining order on Jelly. Man, what a ridiculous putting Jelly Roll in a feud with Drew McIntyre and LA Knight should be feuding for the World Heavyweight title.
I've been saying that's what should have happened at WrestleMania. Like it's insane. And the funny thing is, so I'm sure after this Rollins win, honestly, I do think LA Knight's going to be one of the challengers for the title, but I know he's not going to win. So if you're an LA Knight fan, there's no reason to be excited. So like I know he's not going to win. Very likely it's kind of going to be like a filler feud. And then we're going to get Seth and Punk again towards Mania. That's what's going to happen. And then Punk's going to get his big moment winning at Mania or something. So very predictable. So, and nobody ever wanted, and I'm not trying to make this a Seth Rollins like hate train or anything, but did anybody ever want him to even win Money in the Bank?
Why couldn't he have just gotten a title shot?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's already high on the card. He has Paul Heyman.
I thought that was the point of getting Paul Heyman. I thought that was the point of the match, the triple threat match.
Yeah.
Like, if you won, you have the power. You have Paul Heyman. You can do whatever you want.
Because Paul Heyman was literally on TV with Sami Zayn and stuff like, oh, I can give you a title shot. Like, I can get you a WWE title shot.
What has Paul Heyman done for Seth Rollins?
But so why did he even have to win Money in the Bank if essentially Heyman can just book matches for him? So why?
Heyman didn't even help him win Money in the Bank. It was Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
I thought Braun got hurt. Or was that a work too? Him getting hurt?
Who knows? I thought Seth's injury was legitimate, but I
Yeah,
guess it
so.
was a work.
But nobody actually wanted him to win. Like, pretty much everybody wanted LA Knight to win that Money in the Bank. But again, it's just
It
stubbornness.
doesn't
Like,
matter what you want, pal.
it's just stubbornness. It's just what Triple H wants to see. Or even having Gunther as champion as much as he is. Does anybody really want Gunther to be world champion this much? Does anyone find Gunther entertaining?
And it's like, it's the same thing that they did 15 years ago. Seth Rollins cashing in to win Money in the Bank.
It's the same. That's what I was saying too. It's the same stale story. Like, why do I have to see it again?
Why should we care?
He was in his prime 11 years ago. He's out of his prime now.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome in 2012 or
It was a
whenever.
better storyline with the Authority.
They were 10 years. He wasn't 40. It was amazing. But if you're just doing the same thing again and everybody's 15 years older, who cares?
And it's just because he loves, again, he just loves his guys. Like, it's because he loves Seth Rollins. He loves Cody Rhodes. He loves Rhea Ripley. He loves Gunther. That's why. That's the only reason.
This guy has CTE, man. He has to have CTE. There's no way. There's no way he can think that this is good, that this is entertaining stuff, this is compelling TV, that this is groundbreaking, that this is pushing the boundaries of what's possible in professional wrestling. He's literally just he runs the same stuff week after week, and he extrapolates it across shows. So
He'll give you the same thing week after week and then give you a big moment every once in a while. Like, to him, I guess this would be a big moment that he's been building towards. And so now you're going to have to wait until the next big moment.
to WrestleMania,
which I guess is CM Punk
or-
winning when really CM Punk could win probably like next month. But he drags everything out to make make it a huge moment and then not even follow up on the big moment.
Right.
And then I'm telling you right now, and then eventually you're going to have this whole long drawn out build up, I guess, to Braun Breaker turning on Seth Rollins eventually.
Of course.
It's going to be what, WrestleMania 43? And then he'll make it like this dramatic moment, like, I hate you, Seth Rollins.
Doubt I'll be watching.
Even though Braun can really just go ahead and he doesn't even need to be in this faction anyway, but everything's just drawn out for no reason. So outlook for tomorrow night, I am somewhat interested in night 2. I do think it has a better card. Again, not great, but I do think it has a slightly better card. I am kind of interested in the Rhea, Io, and Naomi match.
Oh, I'll tell you what's going to happen.
Assuming that didn't happen tonight.
Rhea Ripley is going to pin Naomi and win the title.
I'm hearing people are going to rage if that happens.
That's what's going to happen.
Because people love like what Naomi's doing right now.
This is like when Edge was the rated R superstar. And he was over and people loved it. And then they took the title off of him because they wanted John Cena to be. This is the same situation. That Triple H, he's just taking storylines from the past, whether that be 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and he's putting them on just random wrestlers. That is what this story is. Naomi is the rated R superstar. She is taking the pin tomorrow. I would bet I'll bet $50. And if Naomi wins, I'll donate to the Red Cross or something.
The Red Cross? Okay. Man, I'm kind of with you. I can see, but again, logically, it doesn't make sense to cool Naomi off like this after she just won the title. But again, it's Triple H and he loves Rhea Ripley. We saw it on Real. He's close up, hugging all over her. So it's China to him. It's China reincarnate to him. So he loves that girl. So so she'll probably win tomorrow. But I do kind of look forward to that because I pretty much just like what Naomi's been doing. And I like Io Sky. Like, Rhea's really the one I look forward to the least in this match. Like, side note, Rhea's very overrated to me. I think there's a lot of women's wrestlers that are better, but that's just me. And then what else tomorrow?
Rhea looks more and more like a man to me every week. Literally every week that passes, she looks more and more like a man.
I think it's because I feel like she's getting skinnier. Maybe that's what it is.
I don't know what's happening. I think just more steroids, more HGH. I don't know what's going on. Because, like, a few years ago, she looks like a regular woman. I mean, especially when she was in NXT, like, before the goth gimmick, she was just, like, a regular. She was muscular, but now she's, like, literally looks... She looks like a man. Like, she looks...
She does. I definitely see she does look like more manly over time.
She looks like she works as, like... a security guard at like a sporting arena, you know, like one of those people that like I can sort of imagine. That's what she looks like. I don't know, but
and then what else tomorrow? So the US IC title match, if that didn't happen tonight. So Dom, AJ Styles, that could be a cool match, like decent storyline. And obviously I am looking forward to Cena and Cody, not for the match itself. And again, it's not like this amazing feud, but I am interested what they're going to do with the turn. Like if Cody turns heel, if Cena's faking stuff out. So they kind of made me a bit interested with that aspect. Like, oh, is Cena faking to, fake Cody out and stuff. So I'm kind of interested in that. And the final boss could return and then, leave again for a year. So, so I think I will tune in and actually watch night 2 of SummerSlam, maybe. But I did not care to watch night 1 in the slightest.
I'd give it a 25% chance that I'll be tuning in tonight.
But yeah, Seth Rollins cashed in. Who cares? We're gonna get Rollins and CM Punk on repeat. LA Knight's gonna get buried some more.
We're gonna get Rollins and CM Punk regardless of if he cashed in or not.
Yeah, that's my whole point too. He did not need the briefcase for that. Like, that's my whole point. Like, there was no point of him having Money in the Bank.
Maybe Triple H just doesn't like the briefcase because
that's what I heard too. He doesn't like the concept of Money in the Bank.
He doesn't like anything that's fun. Money in the Bank is one of the funnest concepts in WWE.
He hates fun.
No, have we talked about this on this show where we watched a Raw from like 99 or 2000 and everybody in the show is doing awesome stuff. You have The Rock, who's doing awesome stuff. He's cutting awesome promos. You have Stone Cold. He just came back from getting hit by the car. He's doing awesome stuff. He's cutting promos. You have The Undertaker. He just returned. He's now the American Badass. He's doing awesome stuff. And then you have Triple H, who is just recapping the events of the previous week in every promo. Like, literally, if you watch an episode of Raw from the Attitude Era, everybody is doing awesome stuff. And Triple H is cutting 10-minute promos, just recapping what everybody else is doing.
There's a promo he cut against The Rock. So The Rock just attacked all of the regime, the Vince McMahon regime, took them out, in limos and stuff. And then Triple H cuts a promo like, I'm going to kick your ass, Rock.
But first...
Even though I'm standing here right in front of you, I'm standing across the stage from you, like, I'm going to kick your ass, Rock. And then he goes on a whole tangent.
He literally cuts a 10-minute promo before the fight ensues.
Well, he could have just went up there and fought him.
And the Rock's response is literally just come on, like, let's fight. Like, what are you doing? Like, everybody just wants to see a fight. The whole night has just been The Rock fighting, beating people up. And Triple H comes out, cuts a 10-minute promo recapping the events of the last few weeks. Recapping the events of that night before getting into the fight. It's like, bro.
And I was saying this in my Gunther vid. He books Gunther like himself. And the only difference is Triple H is just better, obviously. Like, he's just better, more charismatic. But Gunther is literally...
No, he books everybody like
this. Yeah, he does, yeah.
Everybody just recaps the events of the previous week.
Or they'll cut the same promo.
Just cutting the same promo, the same brawl. Like, it's literally his character from the Attitude Era. But everybody has it. That's why it sucks.
Yeah. It's just, because he had long title reigns, everybody has long title reigns. Because he cuts long promos, everybody cuts long promos.
Because he cuts long, repetitive promos week after week, recapping the events. But in this era, there's nothing awesome happening. So it's not like, see, in the Attitude Era, Triple H could work as a character because he's just like a wrestler.
It's just him. It's not everybody doing it. It's just him doing it.
But there are awesome characters around him. So it's okay. It's like, oh, he's not just a boring guy. There's amazing stuff going on around him. If everybody was Triple H in the Attitude Era, this company would be bankrupt. They would have gone under with WCW. Wrestling would be dead right now if everybody was just Triple H. But that's what it is now. Everybody is just
But they're making more money than ever because they're living off of the past. That's why. So they're allowed to do this now. That's the whole thing.
Well, they won't be making any money off of me. Okay.
I can't wait till TKO eventually. Maybe I need to not say that because I don't know what they'll sell it to. But I'm pretty sure TKO is eventually gonna sell them after they make, that's what TKO is. TKO is like a virus. They're they're like a real life virus. Like they'll just take over companies. I think just shill them out for as much money as they can, sell them, and then just find another company to take over.
A Trojan horse.
That's what TKO is. So they're going to squeeze out as much money as possible, and I think eventually sell them, and then maybe to the Saudis. I don't know, but TKO, man, is a whew. And also them taking advantage of. I know people don't like Hogan anyway. That's why there was an outrage because people hate Hogan anyway. But them trying to sell T-shirts right after he died,
the action figures,
they don't give a damn, bro. They don't. If you die, man, they quick with it.
If TKO can make $1 off of you, they will do it.
They won't hesitate.
It doesn't matter what it is, what the circumstances.
I bet the second he died, they were like, okay, let's go, boys. Like they don't care.
They probably have these already made for all of the people on Legends deals. So when they die, all right, let's go.
They're just waiting for people to die. They probably are waiting for it.
They probably expect it. I mean, considering.
I mean, I know
industry
but still, man, that is crazy. But yeah, any more thoughts? Anything else to say about the show that we didn't watch?
I think I said way too much, considering I didn't watch.
So that's been Crimson Brothers Speak. Whatever episode, we'll be back again for night 2, which we may actually watch or have more to say about it. I don't care about the Seth Rollins feud, and yeah, that's it. Havoc, take it away. For more of the Crimson Brothers, follow the Crimson Wrestling Federation today. I'm commentator Havoc, the voice of the Crimson Wrestling Federation. And you can see the calls I've made in the Crimson Wrestling Federation, in the comic Crimson Wrestling Game, Story of Malice, in the description below.